Everybody just has to compete and contain one-on-one. There's not a lot of help side and 3-on-3, and there's so much more space to work with, so you really got to be on your P's and Q's on defense.
Dijonai Carrington is making headlines for all the wrong reasons again. This time, it's for a reckless and dangerous play against Kate Martin that has fans seeing red. If you thought her controversial eye-gouging incident with Caitlin Clark was shocking, brace yourself, because this latest move has taken things to a whole new level.
She's right on cue, picking up the ball.
Edwards with the hustle. She was great in the first half in the opener at 8 points. Carrington. This now 2 for 13 from the floor as Martin up ahead. Dijonai with the chase.
Kate Martin, in her usual fearless style, was driving hard to the basket when, out of nowhere, Dijonai Carrington swooped in from behind and delivered a completely unnecessary hit. It was the kind of move that screamed, asterisk, I'm not here to play fair, asterisk, and just like before, Carrington acted as if nothing had happened, casually walking away while the crowd erupted, having just witnessed yet another blatant act of aggression.
Nice pass. Oh, man. So you're going to help her up right after you clobber her like that, right? You're going to help her up after you clobber her like, didn't even look at her. Oh, she's so shady. She's so shady. These not only are these are your colleagues. This is basketball. These are your colleagues. It's a fraternity. It's a sisterhood.
The backlash was swift and fierce. Fans flooded social media, condemning Dijonai Carrington's actions as asterisk disgusting asterisk and asterisk dangerous asterisk. One outraged fan tweeted, asterisk, Dijonai Carrington has no place in this league if this is how she plays. Period. Asterisk. And honestly, can you blame them? This wasn't just a hard foul. It was a reckless, unnecessary move that could have seriously injured Kate Martin. And let's not forget, this isn't Carrington's first time in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Who could forget her infamous eye poke on Caitlin Clark? That sneaky move left everyone questioning her sportsmanship. Now, it seems she's doubling down on her dirty tactics, and this time, it's not just fans speaking out. Her fellow players are starting to take notice. At what point do we say, asterisk enough is a no? Asterisk Carrington has built a reputation as a player who consistently crosses the line. Whether it's questionable fouls or outright unsportsmanlike conduct, her actions continue to tarnish the integrity of the game. This isn't toughness, it's recklessness. And if the league doesn't step in now, what's stopping it from happening again?
And I went in and was the point guard with my group, so handling the ball, just being in every different position has been helping me.
Fans are demanding that the league take real, serious action, something more than just a fine. While some feel a suspension might be too harsh, what Dijonai Carrington really needs is accountability. She cannot continue to get away with actions that put her fellow players at risk. Basketball is about skill, teamwork, and respect, not dangerous moves followed by pretending nothing happened. In a recent interview, Carrington appeared visibly emotional as she tried to explain herself, claiming her actions were unintentional. But fans aren't buying it. They argue that this wasn't an isolated incident. It's part of a disturbing pattern that needs to be stopped before someone is seriously injured. The league can't keep offering fines and warnings. It's time for real consequences. Carrington's actions have crossed a line, and now it's time for the league to send a strong message. Dangerous play has no place here. Thankfully, Kate Martin wasn't seriously hurt this time, but the real question is, how long will players like Carrington be allowed to get away with this? But just when you thought this situation couldn't get any worse, Carrington added fuel to the fire. Not long after her infamous incident with Caitlin Clark, she made a video alongside Melissa Smith, one of Clark's own teammates, mocking her. The video was tasteless, petty, and unprofessional, and fans were outraged. Now, with her latest cheek shot on Kate Martin, people are left wondering, will Carrington do this again? Will she continue mocking her opponents? It's left fans disgusted, wondering how someone can stoop this low. Not once, but twice. Asterisk, this isn't why we're here. Fans say we're WNBA players. We want to stay healthy and compete at the highest level. Asterisk, Carrington's actions aren't just reckless. They're a danger to the game and the players involved. It's time for the league to step in and take control before things spiral further. Dijonai Carrington's recent actions on the court have left fans fuming and questioning her place in the league. After another dangerous incident with Kate Martin, where Carrington delivered a reckless shot that could have resulted in injury, the crowd's response was undeniable. Loud boos echoed through the arena as fans made it clear they've had enough of her antics. The message was simple. Asterisk, this kind of behavior has no place in the game. Asterisk. Carrington's track record is becoming harder to ignore. From her infamous eye-gouging incident with Caitlin Clark to this latest attack on Martin, it's clear that Carrington has a troubling pattern of unsportsmanlike conduct. And now, with fans turning on her and the entire arena collectively condemning her actions, the backlash is impossible to overlook. Asterisk, you can feel the disgust in the air. Asterisk, and this moment is bound to haunt Carrington for some time. What makes this situation even more concerning is the bigger issue it highlights in women's basketball. Caitlin Clark, known for her professionalism and class, made the choice to distance herself from asterisk unrivaled asterisk, a league where bitterness and personal vendettas take precedence over the game. Clark's decision to avoid the toxicity of players like Carrington was a smart one, as her focus has always been on the game itself, not petty drama. Carrington's behavior goes beyond just bad sportsmanship. It's a sign of toxicity that no one needs in any sport. Asterisk, basketball is about skill, teamwork, and respect. Asterisk, values that players like Clark and Martin embody and that fans admire. Yet players like Carrington bring nothing but negativity to the court, using the game to settle personal scores in the most reckless ways. She has earned the reputation of a player who can't compete fairly, resorting to cheap shots and unsportsmanlike moves, and it's costing her the respect of the fans. Let's be clear, basketball isn't about settling personal grudges, it's about playing the game with respect. But Carrington, it seems, has decided to take the low road, resorting to aggressive behavior that only serves to tarnish the integrity of the sport. It's no surprise she's being booed out of arenas, while players like Martin and Clark continue to win the respect of fans through their commitment to the game. The league cannot ignore this any longer. Whether it's fines, suspensions, or something more severe, it's time for the league to step up and hold Carrington accountable. If nothing changes, how many more players will be at risk of her reckless behavior? But there's more to this story. Carrington's relationship with Melissa Smith, her teammate with the Indiana Fever, has become another point of contention. Fans are questioning how this will impact the team's chemistry going forward, especially with the added pressure of Carrington's controversial actions. Smith has been linked to Carrington before, including a video mocking Caitlin Clark that only added fuel to the fire. Now, as the stakes get higher with Carrington's dangerous play, people are wondering how this will affect the Fever's locker room dynamics, and whether Smith's connection to Carrington will stir up more tension. The Indiana Fever have made it clear that Melissa Smith is a key piece of their future, with no plans to trade her. After all, she's one of the league's brightest stars. However, her ongoing relationship with Dijonai Carrington is becoming a major source of tension. How can a team maintain cohesion when one of its star players is connected to someone at the center of so much controversy? The challenge is real, and the locker room dynamics could be at risk. It wasn't just a routine play.